They know what you're worth. They're just hoping you don't know. Tell God your plans and he'll laugh at you. Or wait, I don't think that's it. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing my everyday makeup tutorial. Well, I wouldn't really call it a tutorial. I'm just going to show you guys what I do. I'm definitely not a professional, but I think I know how to do a little something. So I'm going to show you guys usually what my go-to is, like anytime I go out. I don't know if I would call it glam. Maybe it's glam. I don't know. I don't know how to do like everyday makeup that's like a little bit, so this is definitely not something that you would want to wear like if you're going for light makeup, but it's definitely a put together seamless look. Like I feel like I've perfected my base, so keep watching if that's what you're going for. I also wanted to kind of like touch bases on some things that I've been going through. I wouldn't say I've been going through, but I've just been like learning lately. So make sure you guys bear with me because it's kind of hard to talk and do your makeup. It's like the hardest shit ever. I like won't tell you guys the products. I might just put them in the description because like I said, it's hard to talk and do your makeup, but I'm gonna just let you guys know I already started priming with my e.l.f. And then I also put a little bit of the Glow recipe in there. Like put these two together, they'll have a perfect base. If you see me looking to the side, I have a mirror, so that's what's over there. And I already like filled in my eyebrows. Basically, I have a shoot today. My friend, she is a seamstress and she needed a model, so that's what we're getting ready for. It's a pretty late shoot. It's 8:24. We're supposed to be doing it at 9, so hopefully I can beat this face in 30 minutes. So basically, I just want to talk a little bit about like my self-love journey, or like my confidence growing journey. Is that what you call it? I don't know. Lately I've just been feeling a lot more confident, I would say. Like I'm just have a new profound self-love for myself, and it's just crazy because like I've definitely like already noticed that my self-love has grown drastically like in the past few years. I would just say like I had really low self-esteem in like around the 9th grade, I would say. Like it was just really low. I was just really sad. All the time that I was like a senior and stuff, like I had noticed that I just had drastically like changed my whole perspective of just like how I viewed myself. Like it just growed. Like there's phases in your life, and my adult me needed me to have a little bit more self-love and self-confidence. I've just been like flourishing, and it is partly because I left a relationship that was no longer serving me. Now this isn't really even about that relationship. It's just the simple fact that like I think it taught me like to value myself so much more. Just have like was doing like a lot of healing work with myself or whatever, and the first thing you have to realize when you're trying to build confidence or heal or on a self-love journey is that growth is not something that just like kind of goes up. It's an up and down thing, and it's forever. Like when you're healing and you're growing and all that, like that you're forever going to be doing that. So give yourself grace. So I would say the number one thing that I started off with was just not beating myself up so much. Like I'm the kind of person, even if my shit's together, like if it's not where I want it to be and to the sky, like I'm always aiming for more. I'm beating myself up. I'm like, oh no, you could have did more here, da da da. But lately, like I've been letting myself know, and this is partly came from like reading my Bible, but like girl, it's okay if you're not always doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Like you deserve a break too. You don't have to always be like on the grind, and like it's okay. Even if you aren't on the grind, it's okay to fall short. Like I'm human. That happens. You fall short. And like you really have to give yourself grace, you know? And you do have to be careful when you're doing that, because you don't want to definitely be the kind of person that doesn't take accountability and hold yourself accountable. But I'm like, that's not me. I'm the kind of person who's really hard on myself. And I always feel like I could have did more, or I should always be aiming to be more. But sometimes it's okay to just sit and trust the journey, you know? as far as just like taking more care of myself. Like, of course, you guys see the same stuff on the internet all the time, like, and I do all those things, like have self-care days, make sure I like go to the spa, or just, you know, make sure I'm tending to myself, giving myself weekly baths, using all my favorite products, of course, and buying myself stuff. I always buy myself little presents and stuff. And yes, those things are self-care, but also just like being kind to yourself is self-care. And I didn't realize that. Like, I just always thought if I like bought myself something or like treated myself that was self-care, which it is a form, but you really just want to be nice to yourself. And like, one thing I've been trying to do is like talking to myself how I would want my lover to speak to me, you know, like just nice, letting myself know that I love myself. Just simple as that, letting myself know that I'm amazing, giving myself reasons on why I love myself, like, you know, just reassuring myself. Faking it till I make it. Like, if I didn't like something about my body, I would go and tell myself a million times over in the mirror that I love that part of my body, and it would like be weird, but like maybe like 6 months to a year later, like I would start seeing that body part and I would not hate it anymore. I would kind of like it. I would kind of love it. Like, I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Like, it's kind of weird. You can trick your brain if you like, that's so real when they say like to change your mindset, because you can trick your brain to believe things that it may have not believed before. Like, it's actually kind of scary. But standing on business, like standing on business, like, and not just with the man, but just like friendships and stuff, and not even friendships, family, like just stuff that just no longer serves you when you know damn well it doesn't serve you anymore. It's just like, why am I still here? It could just be simple as like, I don't want to kick it with you no more. Like, also like trusting myself. So you might not have a reason why you don't want to talk to so-and-so. It could just be simply how they make you feel. Like, that was me. Like, it was sometimes I can't really express my feelings, but I just know what I feel. And so I have to just stand on business and be like, you know what, like, if this is making me feel weird every time I'm around it, maybe it's a reason. This looks so crazy. It is really bright in person, but it works out. So trust yourself, you know what I mean, and your decision making. Like, if you say you don't want to be around this person anymore, like, don't play with yourself. Don't be around that person anymore, or be around them less, or just do what's best for you. Don't be scared to say no to things if you don't want to go or you don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do this is enough of a reason, period. If people don't get that, then I don't know. Like, I stopped when I'm like canceling or don't want to do something. This goes for a job, a man, anything. If I don't want to do something, I stop giving excuses. Like, I stopped being like, oh, won't be able to make it because this and that. Even for like my job, like I'll be like, hey, not coming in today. Thank you for your, you know, understanding. And same thing goes with relationships and men. Like, stop apologizing for doing what's best for yourself. What are you apologizing for? Like I was saying, I went ahead and blended out my concealer that I had on. I look like a ghost. But we're about to go ahead and put on some Mario, the best foundation ever. But like I was saying, yeah, I've always had manners, so I think I like just would always feel bad if I just always like thought about the inconvenience that it would be to somebody. If you have standards, baby, stand on those standards. Don't, even if like somebody's halfway meeting those standards, no. Baby, stand on those standards. Like, when it comes to that, it's just like, it's no point in you being around a guy that you know, I'm still working on this, that you know doesn't meet your standards, even if they meet it a little bit. It's like, if you know that they, like, you have non-negotiables that they don't meet, it's no point of you wasting their time and your time. Like, leave that man alone. And that's really all I have to say about that. It's like, there's no point of wasting your time, and if you want to make room for better, you can't still be like settling. That's what that is, you know. And men treat you how you treat yourself. They know what you're worth. They're just hoping you don't know. Standing on being yourself, like who you are, you know what I mean? Like, don't get around other people. I've never been this type of person, but sometimes I would just kind of like dim my light around other people. Don't be something you're not, because, or dim yourself, or be quiet or about who you are and what you believe in. Like, they don't have to believe in that. You don't have to be rude about it, but stand on what, you know, you like and what you love. And even if it's not what majority loves, I kind of talked about this in my last video, like being yourself will get you places that you never even knew. Like just be yourself and be yourself proudly. Like if someone isn't the same way as you, that's fine. That's how it goes. This is life. We're all different. But I'm going in with my one size. I forgot what I was gonna say. Stop trying to change people. Stop trying to change people. This goes for friends, or, and I know this is like, you could feel like this isn't a part of loving yourself, but it is, because when you're trying to change people, you're not really content with yourself. I can't explain it, it's a weird thing, but stop trying to change people. Like, people are gonna be themselves. People are not you. You're you, and you can't make anybody be you. And the same thing for a guy. Like, if you have certain things that you want in a guy, or you know, you notice off the bat that, oh, a guy isn't that, and you're like, oh, but he's these other things, or not even just that, you just know he's not, and you're like, oh, well, I can see it in him, and one day he'll be that, or he says he wants to be that one day. Girl, don't try to fix nobody. Like, and don't over explain yourself either. Those are two things that I've just like I said, I don't explain myself. Like if I'm talking to a guy and he's like, oh well, like we're talking about, you know, what we like, and he just doesn't really get something and says that's not him, and you know, he's kind of like looking for an explanation on why you want what you want. Baby, don't explain it to that man. What's the point of explaining to somebody who's made it clear, or that you've seen with their actions, that they're not? You don't need to explain like, oh, well, I think you should do this and that, or girl, you should go to church more. I'm not using that for example because I don't be telling nobody that. It's 8:52 and I'm supposed to be ready by 9. After I pat in, this is when I like kind of go in and bake. Sometimes I like put a little bit of blush underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and use a lot of different blushes. I'm using this L'Oreal blush, and I started using a smaller brush for my blush. Like I just feel like I get more control and more blending, and I kind of put that under my eye, not too much because I don't want to take away from like the color I have, but this just helps everything blend a little bit better. I just put too much right there. Ew. Like it's nothing more that I hate than a non-seamless blush. And I also realized that blush looks better to me when it's more on the sides than like on the apple. Like you see how that's right there? It just doesn't really compliment me the best. And always put like excess on your hand because it will be patchy if you don't. And I don't use a lot when I bake. Like literally just a little excess powder. Stop always focusing on the finish line. Like and I know that's like probably the hardest thing ever, because it definitely is for me, somebody who's a perfectionist with their life. But like, stop always focusing on that end journey. Like just enjoy where you're at. Enjoy the journey. Like the journey is always the funnest part, you know? Like there's so many things, and then it's like sometimes you're stressing like, oh, am I gonna get there? I'm gonna get there. Baby, you're gonna get there. Like I think back to like times where I was like stressed if I was gonna get there, and then I got there, and then it's just like, okay, like I just stressed myself out that whole journey when the whole time God had me. Like you really gotta trust God. And like also it just always works out the best, because like these are two quotes that I've been loving lately. Anyways, like I was saying, one of my favorite quotes right now is, do your best and God will do the rest. These quotes just match each other so well. Is tell God your plans and he'll laugh at you. Or wait, I don't think that's it. It's like meet him halfway, you know? Hey guys, my camera did die, but I just wanted to make sure I came and show you guys the finished look. My lip gloss kind of wore off a little bit, but I just used regular lip liner and Fortune Cookie NYX. But this is the final look. Like it looks crazy when I start, but it just all blends together perfectly, okay? Like If you guys want a more detailed video on this, I'll be sure and happy to give it to you. I just wanted to make sure I give you guys some tips and let you guys know a little bit more about me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm gonna be posting some more tips, you know, just some more self-care, more confidence tips, and just come on this journey with me, guys. I'm amazing. Okay, whatever. Thanks for watching.